Our next TEDx speaker is Divya. Divya is a junior here at Newark Academy and is very involved in Newark Academy's community. She is an active member of the South Asian Student Union and Knitting Club. Divya also has a strong passion for engineering and recently published a research paper on the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Today, Divya will explore acceptance, uncomfortability, growth, and her patience through her experience with acne. She will explore societal pressures and hopes more people will become open-minded about acne and other physical insecurities through her talk. Please join me in welcoming Divya.
Can everyone hear me? Perfect. Over the past few years, I've heard comments such as, "Oh my God, what happened to your face?" from a random uncle. "Ew, does she not wash her face?" from some mean girls. "You know, she should really go jogging. That would help her clear up her skin," from a random mom. "You should try this one Patanjali Multani Mitti face wash. I'm sure that will help get rid of your pimples," from a random auntie. Every morning, the first thing I would do was go check my face in the mirror to see if I had gotten any new pimples or if my acne had improved overnight. After looking at myself, I always thought, "Ugh, I'm an oozing, popped, bloody, walking zit. Yuck." After washing my face, I would apply all sorts of makeup to hide my pimples and my scars. Acne is the most common skin condition in the United States, affecting up to 50 million Americans annually. Acne usually begins during puberty and affects many adolescents and young adults. However, it can occur at any stage of life and can go into one's 30s and 40s. Adult acne continues to increase and affects up to 15% of women. Hormones, diet, environmental changes, and genetics all cause acne. But the biggest cause of acne is stress. I know, it's a bit unexpected, but if we really think about it, it can make sense. Teenagers are trying to keep up with their schoolwork, their extracurriculars, and they're also going through many hormonal changes. So it makes sense for them to suffer from it. Stress is a part of everyone's lives, so really, anyone can develop acne at any time. Even people who we think look perfect suffer from acne. I'm going to show you some celebrities, and you can shout out who you think it is. Who do we think this is? It's Kendall Jenner, that's correct. Who's this? That's correct. Obvious one. Yup, that's Justin Bieber. In 8th grade, my skin changed, and ever since, I have been struggling with acne. I started seeing a dermatologist who prescribed me some topical treatments. However, during the summer of 2024, my acne changed, and it was horrible on another level. It was like studying really hard for a test and still getting a bad grade. My dermatologist recommended some more strong topical treatments. I would do everything I could to hide my pimples and my scars. Nothing helped. It just kept getting worse. One thing I was not expecting was for the topical treatments to change from helpful to useless. I reached my lowest point when I could not look at myself in the mirror anymore. Just a few months ago, I felt confident about my appearance. My dermatologist recommended some oral medications. This was my last resort. I was completely against going on oral medications as I was fearful of their harmful side effects. But because I was so desperate, I had no option but to say yes. I went on isotretinoin, more commonly referred to as Accutane. This medication is controversial due to its harmful side effects. I had to get a blood work done and a pregnancy test done before going on this medication. I also had to sign a form promising that I would not get pregnant. Why? Because if a woman gets pregnant while on Accutane, the baby will suffer from severe birth defects. I had to get a monthly blood work done to make sure something like my liver wasn't failing. I suffered from mild side effects, but those were pretty bad as well. I suffered from painfully dry red skin, severe headaches, severe sun sensitivity, and intense muscle and joint aches. Why did I put myself through this nightmare just to get rid of my acne? The answer is simple. I was desperate. I wanted to feel content with myself again. My acne turned me from confident to ashamed. I don't regret going on Accutane one bit. While Accutane provides amazing long-term effects, why do we use such strong medications that put the body through so much? It feels like acne is a very common and normal change. But is it a change we are truly willing to accept? We refuse to accept physical imperfections. Our beauty standards have made us believe that each and every detail of us needs to be perfect. Not all of you in the audience might be suffering from acne, but I know for a fact that each and every one of us in this room has that one physical quality that we feel insecure about. Maybe some of you want bigger biceps or more defined abs, or maybe some of you want a cuter nose. My point is that we are not perfect, and we never will be. We're constantly going through changes as we grow older. Not all changes might be good, but we don't need to be so hard on ourselves because change is normal. Change is an opportunity for us to develop. But who am I to stand up here and talk about normalizing change when I took heavy-duty meds to get rid of my own acne? This process taught me patience. I was always confident about the way I looked, but my acne came in as a leech. It just kept sucking the confidence out of me. It felt like my whole world at the time. While changes are difficult for us to accept, especially changes that we might actually despise, it is crucial for us to embrace ourselves and focus on solving the problems. I also had to change my thinking and find other ways to feel beautiful. There are many gentle skincare products that make the face look glassy or glowy, or we can focus on something other than the face, like clothing or hair. I heard a phrase: beauty is not in the face, but it is a light in the heart. Very few of us truly believe in this phrase. We should believe in this phrase. Looks are only a minute piece of an entire person. Knowing a person's values, goals, and character is far more important than their outward appearance. It is also important for us to stay strong. We can bounce back feeling confident even when we are physically and emotionally drained. We can be resilient. Changes are difficult to accept and embrace, but we should always view them as an opportunity to be a better version of ourselves.